Welcome to Exam Sale. In this video we break down the syllabus for the SAP Certified Application Associate, SAP S/4HANA Cloud Public Finance Implementation exam so you know exactly what to study and why each domain matters. This exam has 7 domains with specific weights and focus areas that sum to 100%. Financial accounting accounts for 16%, management accounting 16%, SAP S/4HANA Cloud Finance Overview 16%, SAP Activate Methodology and Best Practices 13%, Integration and Extensibility 13%, Configuration and Reporting 13%, and Data Migration and Business Process Testing 13%. Each domain lists the key topics, the expected difficulty, an estimated learning time, and the assessment style you should prepare for. Financial accounting is weighted at 16% and focuses on core financial subledgers and general ledger operations. This domain is rated hard and estimates about 25 hours of learning, with conceptual and scenario-based assessment items. You will learn general ledger accounting tasks such as managing journal entries and GL account master data, parallel accounting and ledger concepts, recurring entries, foreign currency valuation, open item clearing, intercompany postings, and financial statement reporting. You must understand accounts payable and accounts receivable processes including master data, invoice processing, automatic payments, dunning, bank operations and integration with procurement and sales, plus asset accounting topics like asset master records, capitalization, depreciation runs, year-end closing and reporting. Management accounting carries 16% weight and focuses on internal cost controlling and profitability analysis. This domain is hard with about 20 hours of estimated study time and is assessed through scenario-based questions. You will master overhead cost accounting elements like cost center and profit center master data, activity types, overhead allocation methods, internal order management, budgeting and availability control, and planning. You will also cover product costing and profitability analysis, including cost estimates with quantity structure, WIP calculation, variance analysis, settlements to COPA, margin analysis, and integration of production orders with controlling. SAP S/4HANA Cloud Finance Overview is another 16% domain focused on the Universal Journal architecture and foundational finance features. This medium difficulty domain requires about 15 hours and uses both conceptual and scenario-based assessments. You will learn the single source of truth concept and the ACDOCA table, how reconciliation between FI and company is eliminated, attribute extension and custom fields, and the impact on closing and real-time reporting. You will also cover organizational structure in finance such as company codes, controlling areas, chart of accounts, fiscal year variance, assignment of units, functional areas, segment reporting and profit center hierarchy. SAP Activate Methodology and Best Practices is weighted at 13% and emphasizes implementation phases and cloud-specific deployment methodology. This easier domain needs about 12 hours of learning and combines conceptual and scenario-based assessment items. You will study the Activate phases, prepare, explore, realize, deploy and run, including governance, quality gates, fit to standard workshops, configuration and data migration during realize, and hypercare during deploy. You will also learn to use SAP Best Practices content, the Best Practices Explorer, scope item activation, standard process flows and test scripts, and the role of the digital discovery assessment. Integration and extensibility has a 13% weight and focuses on system connectivity and custom business logic enhancement. This medium difficulty domain requires roughly 15 hours and mixes hands-on with conceptual assessment tasks. Expect to learn in-app extensibility such as custom fields and UI adaptations, side-by-side extensibility via SAP Business Technology Platform, custom business objects, and analytical extensibility with custom CDS views. You will also study integration scenarios including standard connections to success factors, Ariba and Fieldglass, OData and SOAP API management, communication arrangements and EDI for financials. Configuration and reporting is worth 13% and focuses on system setup via CBC and SSC UI plus financial insights. This domain is medium difficulty with about 18 hours of study and hands-on plus conceptual assessments. You will learn how to configure systems using self-service configuration UIs versus central business configuration, transport management between starter quality and production, user interface and Fiori Launchpad personalization, and identity and access management for roles. On the reporting side you will cover embedded analytics, Fiori analytical apps and overview pages, trial balance and financial statement analysis, KPI design and monitoring, and integration with SAP Analytics Cloud. Data migration and business process testing is the final 13% domain and focuses on transitioning legacy data and validating system readiness. This medium difficulty area estimates 15 hours of learning and uses hands-on and conceptual assessment formats. You will study the data migration cockpit for staging tables, mapping tasks and value conversions, legacy data transfer for asset accounting, validating migrated balances, error handling and re-import procedures, and business process testing topics such as the test automation tool, executing automated scripts, post-upgrade testing, custom test plans and defect management. Altogether these 7 domains total about 120 hours of estimated learning time. To wrap up, follow the domain weights and focus areas to plan your study time and start with hands-on practice where the exam expects it. Combine conceptual study with scenario practice and use the estimated learning hours to build a consistent study schedule for passing this SAP S/4HANA Cloud Finance Implementation certification.